OK. Alors, bonjour mes amis. Aujourd'hui, on va faire les verbes qui terminent avec ER, qui sont réguliers pour le passé composé, parce qu'ils sont les uns qui vont utiliser le verbe avoir. On a déjà parlé de ça pendant la classe. On a travaillé sur le passé composé depuis longtemps. On a utilisé les verbes qui terminent avec ER. Il y a comme une formule qu'on doit utiliser. Le pronom plus le verbe avoir plus le verbe au passé composé. Alors, ce que je vais commencer avec, je vais créer comme un tableau. OK? Pronom. Avoir. Et verbe au passé. OK? Maintenant, avec ce tableau, je vais créer une phrase en utilisant un verbe qui termine avec ER. Alors, il y a les verbes comme aller, ça termine avec ER, mais aller, c'est un verbe spécial. C'est un verbe, ce n'est pas régulier. Lundi, on va faire une leçon et on va faire une activité qui parle de verbe, de passé composé avec les verbes irréguliers, comme le verbe aller et comment composer le verbe avoir et le verbe aller et les verbes qui sont irréguliers, OK? Ça veut dire que ça change un peu, ça ne suit pas les règlements, comme on a parlé avant. Les verbes en ER que vous connaissez, je vais écrire avec une autre couleur, peut-être bleu. Par exemple, danser. Un des mots, ça termine avec ER, tu vois? Peut-être manger. Ça, c'est un verbe qui se termine avec ER. Regarder. C'est un verbe, qui termine avec ER, okay? So those are the verbs that you know that finish with an ER, okay? All of those are regular verbs. They follow the pattern that we're going to do. So when we are looking at how to write the passé composé, which is, I know this looks complicated, but the students in the class have already done this a lot. So parents, when you're looking at this, you're like, grammar, I hate grammar. Trust me, I get it. But the kids have already done this in class, so they're somewhat familiar with it already. It's kind of more like a review because it is such a hard thing to learn. So I would like them to practice because passé composé is one of the tenses, I guess, that they'll be using a lot in their writing to describe things that have happened in the past, right? So there's kind of like a formula, okay? So if they're having difficulty, you can kind of explain this. There are lots of YouTube videos also that they can skim through, and maybe there's a better one than what I'm doing right now. But they're usually in French, so they're a little bit more difficult to understand for them. So you start with the pronoun. So all of the students are familiar with what the pronouns are. Je, tu, il, elle, nous, vous, il avec un S, elle avec un S, okay? They know what those pronouns are. Those are the people or the person that is doing the action, okay? So we're just going to use je as our pronoun because it is the easiest, okay? Then if we're following this, you do the pronoun, then you're going to add the verb avoir. They should already know how to conjugate the verb avoir. J'ai, tu as, il a, nous avons, vous avez, okay? Those ones, you should know the verb avoir already. So it's je, and the verb avoir for je is a. Now with je, we don't have the e there, and it's an apostrophe instead. So j'ai, and then we're going to take the verb danser, and we're going to change it. So if I want to say I was dancing in the past, in French it's really like to have danced. So I have danced in the past is really what you're saying. So this means I, je. The a part is the verb avoir, which means have, to have. And then the verb danser means dance. So I have danced in English, okay? En français, j'ai, and then danser. So you take the ER verb, and what you're doing is you're crossing out the ER, and you put the E accent aigu at the end. So now it becomes j'ai dansé with an E accent aigu, okay? Same thing if I wanted to do je, and I want to do the verb manger, it would be j'ai mangé. I would take away the R and it would be E accent aigu. J'ai regardé. This is the regular verb before you know who's actually doing the action. We know it's in the past tense. So we have j'ai, and then we're going to take away the R and put an accent aigu there. Okay? That's pretty much how you do the passé composé with the ER verbs. So let's do another example so that it's a little bit more straightforward. So that was with je, okay? Maybe I want to use the pronoun. Hopefully you can see the orange. Maybe I'm going to use tu. Okay? So tu, it means you, okay? And then we have to use the verb avoir. So we have the pronoun tu. Now we have to add, see, pronoun plus the verb avoir. What's the verb avoir that goes with tu? The verb avoir conjugated with tu is a. The students, again, should already know all of the verb avoir and how to conjugate it. Okay? So tu as. And then the verb au passé means whatever verb that we're doing with an ER on the end, because that's what we're concentrating on. We're going to take away the ER and we're going to put E accent aigu. That's all it is. So in this case, let's use manger. So tu as. And instead of putting the ER on the end, we're just putting an E accent aigu. That's it. Tu as mangé. Okay? Let's do another example using vous. Okay? Vous is the plural tense for you. So it means you guys. You guys have eaten. Okay? So vous. So we have our pronoun is vous. That's the person doing the action. Now we need our verb avoir. The verb avoir that goes with vous is vous avez. Again, the students should know this already. Okay? So we have our pronoun. We have our verb avoir. Now we need to conjugate our ER verb into passé composé. So again, if we're using the verb manger, we're taking away the ER. So we're writing what's left, and then we add the E accent aigu, manger. Okay, so it doesn't matter who the pronoun is. The verb with the ER ending that you're going to conjugate in a passé composé is going to still have the E accent aigu. Okay, it's the verb avoir that changes, that goes with it. Okay, so if you don't have the verb avoir that goes with your pronoun, then it's not correct in the passé composé. So passé composé for regular ER verbs, you have the pronoun, then you add the verb avoir, and then you conjugate the verb of whatever it is that you're doing with E accent aigu. Okay? So let's do another example just so we have one more. And we'll use the verb danser, and I'll write a sentence. So this is the verb danser. It could be any ER verb. It doesn't matter. The ER verbs that are at the end here, it means it ends with ER. So this is danser. That's the one we're going to use. So if we're following the pattern up here, our pronoun, let's pick a pronoun. I'm going to pick nous. There's my pronoun. So I have my pronoun. Check. Now I need my verb avoir that goes with nous. So j'ai, tu as, il a, elle a, nous avons. So avant. Okay, so now I have my verb avoir. Now I need to have my verb au passé composé. So the verb I have chosen is danser. Okay, so all I have to do is take the ER verb, take the ER off, and write it with an E accent aigu. There's my sentence. Nous avons dansé. So in the activity that I assigned for the students, I asked that they write sentences using the passé composé. So I want them to think of sentences they can write using ER verbs. They know lots of them, right? Manger, danser, regarder, écouter, marcher, nettoyer, whatever. All of those are verbs that end in ER. They know them, or they should know them, okay? If you are having difficulty, you can always class dojo me, and I will, provide you with some more ER verbs than the regular tense. So the verb aller is not a regular verb. So they should not be saying j'ai allé. They should not be saying tu as allé. That does not make any sense. So the verb aller, do not let them use the verb aller because it does not follow this pattern. It is a separate irregular verb that does its own thing, and we will learn about that. But right now, only ER verbs. So verbs that end with ER, danser, manger, regarder, the ones that they know, and you're going to follow this pattern. Pronoun, so je, tu, il, elle, nous, vous, il avec un S, elle avec un S, those are pronouns. You're going to pick one of them. Then you add the verb avoir. They should know the verb avoir for each one of those pronouns, okay? J'ai, tu as, il a, elle a, nous avons, vous avez, il avec an S, or elle avec an S, on, O-N-T, right? That's the verb avoir, conjugated. Then all you do is take whatever verb they've chosen that ends in ER, take away the ER, and you put the E accent aigu at the end. That's it. So the sentences that I'd like them to create, for example, I gave you this one, nous avons dansé. For the grade 3s, I'd like you to expand on that a little bit. Nous avons dansé is a little bit easy. So maybe add when you were dancing, who you were dancing with, what you were dancing to, right? So instead of nous avons dansé, you can say nous avons dansé avec nos amis. There you go. Or nous avons dansé hier soir. Or nous avons dansé à l'école hier. Okay, I'm expanding my sentence, making it longer, okay? Because you're definitely capable of that. You've done it in class. We've done it lots of times, okay? So, je vais expliquer en français pour les étudiants qui m'écoutent maintenant. Ce que tu vas faire, n'oubliez pas le pronom, plus le verbe avoir, plus le verbe au passé composé. Ce cas ici, on utilise les verbes qui terminent avec ER, ok? Vous connaissez plusieurs. N'oubliez pas d'écrire le pronom, puis après ça, le verbe avoir, et conjuguer le verbe avec ER, on enlève le ER, on ajoute E accent aigu, ok? Ok, et je voulais, je pense, j'ai envoyé les activités par Class Dojo et je demande que tu écris au moins 5 phrases en utilisant les verbes qui terminent avec ER et écris-le au passé composé, s'il vous plaît. Je veux que tes phrases sont plus longues et plus complexes que seulement nous avons dansé, ok? 3e année spécifiquement, 3e année. Vraiment, je sais que tu peux créer les phrases qui sont mieux que ça, ok? Ajoute les mots, ok? Je veux qu'ils soient plus complexes parce que vous êtes tellement intelligents, je sais, ok? Alors, bon travail. Je vais regarder tes travaux sur Class Dojo. N'oubliez pas d'attacher tes travaux. Et puis, bonne journée. Au revoir.